What's up, Yoon-Fam? It is I,
Mark Yoon.
Hello and welcome back to another volume of Vocal Library. This is volume 6, the series that doesn't do too great on my channel, but I do just for you guys. So what we're going to do today is the same thing that we do on every Vocal Library, which is every Thursday. We're going to take a look at some of the lore and some of the screenshots that were provided by SolarFlame95 for things in the encyclopedia and the library of Soul Calibur VI. Things that you need to unlock usually, but it's a drag to unlock that stuff, so I'm just going to read it for you while you guys can read along with me. And with that being said, let's just jump in and get started. Ranjatai, another name for a rare fragrant wood also known as ojuko. In Japanese, the name Ranjatai contains the characters for the famed Todaji temple, and so this word is used as an elegant and poetic synonym. Legends say spirits dwell in the fragrant wood, and even the legendary warlord Oda Nobunaga sought out this priceless treasure for its mythical powers and heavenly fragrance. After slicing it into pieces, he gave the fragments to the emperor and his ministers, but some of these fragments remain unaccounted for to this day. The name Ranjatai appears in records of the Fuma clan, who are said to have helped Nobunaga destroy the nearby Manji clan. However, it seems unlikely that the Fuma dedicated to destroying demons would have participated in the slaughter of the Manji clan. Nevertheless, it is unlikely that this legendary wood would have been recorded in the Fuma clan's chronicles without good reason. Whatever the truth, the purpose of the powerful piece of spiritually charged wood is used for by the Fuma remains a mystery to this day. So that's an interesting piece of, I guess, lore or trivia that we can find there. There's a lot of nice little things in this that are just little details, especially in Soul Calibur VI, that add on to the majestic of this storytelling. Now, Soul Calibur VI has done a really good job with this lore, and as we can see, the further we go in, there's more and more that are just waiting to be found out. So let's move on to the next one, shall we? The Ling Shangsu. Ling Shangsu is a world-renowned martial arts temple located in the mountains of China. Despite the many famed warriors who trained there, no one knows when the temple was created or by whom. Since it is a temple, one would assume the founder was a Buddhist monk. However, that monk's name has never been recorded, and no practices remain that can be traced back to any established Buddhist sect. The only possible hints to the temple's origins are the 3 sacred treasures it guards, and the temple's unique spiritual training techniques. One day, the temple's name simply stopped appearing in the history books, but no record of why it vanished survives. Theories are plentiful: a lack of disciples to carry on the temple's name, an internal struggle over the 3 sacred treasures, and so on. However, none of these rumors are more than just that, rumors. The only fact that remains is the certain that the temple burned to the ground overnight, and every monk or disciple died along with the truth. So again, just another tidbit of information, especially towards the Ling Shangsu. There's a lot of mystery surrounding those 3 weapons, especially within the lore of Soul Calibur VI. So it's great, any kind of little information that we get. And now we're going to move on to Guardians of the Spirit Sword. A tribe who has protected the Spirit Sword Soul Calibur for thousands of years. Their formation goes back to the creation of the blade itself, and the sage who helped to forge it. In order to make sure that the sword could resist the influence of evil, the sage also crafted Dvapara Yuga and Kali Yuga, sacred artifacts with the power to purify the sword. Ever since their founding, the sage's descendants have worked in secret to protect the Spirit Sword, and quietly deal with any troubles the cursed sword causes. The tribe's motto is, "Keep yourself beneath the sand and trust the sword to an appropriate hand," indicating that those within the tribe are forbidden from wielding the Spirit Sword. They must have feared the member becoming corrupted by the enormous power the sword offers. On the rare occasion one of their own dared to take up the sword, the offender was cast out of the clan with both of their arms crushed. In the 16th century, the sword was cursed, swords do battle, yet no sign of these guardians can be seen, but then again, they are well versed in manipulating events from the shadows. More lore is always better, in my opinion, so anytime you find out any kind of little incidents like this and things that happen in the storyline that aren't told outright, it just lends to the characters and their development and the story as a narrative itself. So I'm always down for more lore. I don't know if you guys are, but to me this just helps me be enthralled within the game more. Astral Chaos, Tide of the Damned. If fate be a flow, it is a merciless, all-consuming and muddy river. The Astral Chaos holds the full collection of Soul Edge's many memories of battle. This realm could be a creation or a living thing, it matters not. All that enters drawn into this gravitational well of chaos. The fragments of blurred memories spiral ever towards the center, and once there, they become firmly fused with the other memories already ensnared inside. Once this writhing, turbulent accumulation of recollections reaches critical mass, it bursts forth into a violent torrent of power. The stronger the soul of the warrior, the more the chaos will try to pull them in. Even the rare few who are able to maintain their sense of self in this strange place may find that, should they stay too long, they are trapped within. To lose oneself in this plane is to submit to chaos. And that's true, because we see a lot of this with this game in particular. When Cassandra comes back from the astral chaos, she seems disoriented and confused, almost as if she's not herself, and we have no idea how long she's been in there. So it can mess with you, and this could also lead to how Algol actually became Algol. So hopefully in the future we'll see that perhaps he was lost in the astral chaos, or he was banished there by those he was trying to conquer, and then over time just became the Algol that we know. So that's all speculation, obviously, but it's always nice to have these little snippets. Schwartzwind. This group of fearsome bandits, known as the Black Wind, roamed the dark forests of the Holy Roman Empire. They robbed and raided with abandon, and even treated the Empire's soldiers with contempt as they ravaged the countryside. The Black Wind's young leader, Siegfried, was feared not simply for being a bandit, but for the way he specifically targeted soldiers and knights. This terrified the elite, but turned him into something of a folk hero for the lower classes. However, one night, everything changed. The group attacked a band of weary soldiers on their return from a distant battle, and despite their victory, the charismatic young Siegfried fled afterwards, seemingly shaken. Having lost their leader, Schwartzwind soon fell apart as one by one its members slipped away. Unable to defend themselves against the Empire soldiers, militias, and competing bandit groups, the scoundrels and thieves who left the group soon perished. Despite the group's collapse, several core members held together, keeping Schwartzwind's name alive by giving their band ways. Together, these stout few eagerly awaited Siegfried's return. So we can even see that Siegfried in himself is obviously a fallible character. That's the biggest reason people like Siegfried, is because of the fact that he's fallible and he's got this internal struggle going on with Nightmare being within him, obviously. So leading this group and taking this leadership role, this is probably all the people that fall around him is what led him into being the solitary warrior that he is today. So it's nice to have, again, these little snippets to go alongside the story. The House of Sorel, a noble family of the French Empire who rose to prominence for its part in the bringing down of the Knights Templar in the early 15th century. The Empire saw many wars thereafter over issues such as the succession and religion. Throughout these turbulent times, the Sorel family skillfully adapted to the times, changing its beliefs and eliminating its political opponents to maintain its position. However, in 1583, the head of the family at the time, Raphael, was attacked by the soldiers of his political enemy, Henry, Duke of Guise, or Guise? I don't know how to pronounce that, sorry. He disappeared shortly after, and soon the family lost its political standing and vanished from the face of history. And just like all of these little snares and snippets and additions to the story, this just gives a little bit more context to the actual character, their motivations, and where they're going. So I hope you guys are enjoying the series as I enjoy making them for you. This was a request from you guys, so hopefully you're liking them. They are all in a playlist that you can find on my channel. And as long as in the description box, you can find my Discord, so you can ask for anything else you would like to see. With that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to a close. And as always, I love it. Thank you.
And thank you.